Hey guys, it's Jennifer. Thank you for coming and hanging out with me today. I'm so excited y'all are here. Today is another beautiful day in Texas. It is around 70 degrees. It's supposed to be in the mid 70s today, which is going to be nice. And I thought I'd do a video for you before I go home. And well, I'm off today, so I don't know what I'm going to go home and do. Probably put a bunch of stuff on the buy sell trade place. Trying to get rid of stuff. That's probably what I'm going to do today. Have my coffee. But anyway, so what's going on today with me? I am trying to make a decision. And I don't know that I will make a decision anytime soon. I need to make one in the next few weeks, but I don't know that it'll be anytime soon. But I've been thinking about buying a pop-up camper. Yeah. I've been looking at them online. There's some really good deals on them. And I have enough money so that I could get one. I could just pay cash for one. My goal is to eventually have a travel trailer and a truck. But right now, financially, I would have to trade my car in and get a truck payment, and truck payments are not as cheap as my car payment. I guarantee you that. And I would have to finance an RV too, because I wouldn't have enough cash to do both. And so financially, it just does not make sense right now to do that. So I decided that I would just live out of my car, and that was my original plan, was just to stay in my car and sleep a lot in my car and in hotels, because I do get cheap and free hotel rooms through work. And so I could stay in a bunch of hotels and some Airbnbs and do a bunch of tent camping, because I love to camp, so tent camping would be great. But then I started looking online. Somebody mentioned pop-up campers, and I started looking online at them, and I realized they're kind of nice. And they're light enough I could pull it with my car. My car shouldn't have any problems. One of my friends said I may have some issues going up in the mountains and stuff with it. It may cause some issues. I don't know. But I'm really considering buying one. I was looking at them. They're nice, and they have like little showers and bathrooms in them. Probably wouldn't use it a lot. If I was at somewhere that had like a campground or something, I would use the campground facilities. But at least it would be there if I needed it. I would have a shower and a bathroom if I needed it. And then they have like tables in them that would give me a good workspace to work. And then the beds. And they have little kitchens in them too. So they're kind of cute and nice. I mean, for one person, cute and nice. Even if there was like more than just one person, they would work. But yeah, I really am thinking about it. I'm considering a pop-up camper, and I keep making a pro-con list. One of the main pros is they have heating and air conditioning in them. Not that I mind not having air conditioning. I freeze most of the time. I don't even turn ours on at the house very often, even in the summer. So yeah, the air conditioning is not a big deal for me, but the heat definitely is a big deal, especially going up to Alaska. Or up to the northern states in the night. It's still going to be kind of cool. So that heat's definitely going to be a big deal for me. And so, yeah, that's kind of a big deal. And I just keep thinking that it may be a good alternative to tent camping and or sleeping in my car. And not that I probably will still sleep in my car some, because I've heard they're kind of complicated to put up and take down. So unless you're going to stay somewhere a few days, I'd probably just sleep in my car, because I wouldn't want to like put them up and take them down. But if I'm going to be somewhere for a while, why not have something a little bit bigger, a little bit more room? And they're not that expensive. I mean, I've seen some pretty nice ones online for around $5,000. I could just pay cash for it, and then I could pull it with my car. My car would pull it, and then I'd eventually upgrade once I pay my car off. I will save some money and upgrade to a pickup, or I may save some money and upgrade to pick up and sell my car. Who knows what I'm going to do. But I like my car. My car gets really good gas mileage though. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now. There's one for sale right now, like not far from me. It's really nice, and it's really good price. And I keep thinking about it. I keep thinking, yeah, I'm going to go do that. I'm going to go look at it, but I'm trying not to make a decision until I've completely thought it through. Pro-con list, definitely making a pro-con list. That's kind of how I decide things. But it looks like the pros are kind of winning out now, and I know I will still have like campground fees and stuff like that, so I have to budget that in. But staying at a campground is going to be a lot less expensive. than staying in a hotel. Even though I get really good hotel deals at some really nice hotels, a campground would still be less expensive. So I'll probably still do hotels once or twice a month, even if I buy a pop-up camper, because I get some free hotel rooms a year. I get lots of free hotel rooms a year. So I will still, when I'm places that have like really nice resorts, I will definitely be staying in hotels there. But otherwise, I will probably be, if I do this, just staying in campgrounds. So I don't know. I don't know what to do at the moment. I'm just trying to decide what the better option is financially, because I want to make the best financial decision I can make so that I have the most, so I'm spending the least amount of money on this trip that I can, so that I can go longer. I have no doubt that I have enough income coming in that's going to sustain me as long as nothing major happens in my life. But I don't know. I guess being a single mom for so long, and when I first became a single mom, I mean, I walked out of a house with no money, no car, no nothing, just my kids and what we could fit in a trash bag, and stood on the side of the road and waited for my sister to come and get me when I left my marriage. And so I started off with 4 kids, no money, no job, no nothing, just 4 kids. And so coming from that, I mean, that's how I left my marriage. I just walked out one day with 4 kids. And so I think that experience has always made me a little iffy. I need to do the best financial and budgeting I can so that I know I always have money. With it just being me, I don't worry as much as if I had my kids along with me, but I do, because there was a lot of years, especially in the beginning of being a single mom with 4 kids, that I didn't know where our next meal was going to come from, or I didn't know what was going to happen day to day, or if we were going to be homeless day to day. And so I just never knew. That's how drastic my situation was back then. And I fought really hard, and I worked really hard and found ways to make it happen. I mean, we were never homeless. We always had meals. I was very lucky. I just had to pick myself up for that. But there was times where I didn't know where our next meal was going to come from, or I didn't know how I was going to pay bills that month. And, it's like this whole situation I was in that I had to just get out of eventually. And I was very lucky that I did find a job that eventually I could make it and I could live like I'm supposed to. It took several years. It took a lot of years. I struggled and didn't know where I was going to be from month to month, or if we were going to make it. So I've learned to always have a backup plan. So I have a backup plan to my backup plan. I have so many plans, and I don't worry because it's really just me. If it was other people I had to worry about, it would be different. But coming in and this just being me, I'm not worried about what's going to happen. I'm not worried about, I'm not really worried, but I just also want that cushion there. I don't want to like have my car break down and be in the middle of nowhere. And, I mean, I have AAA, but, have a bunch of finances come up that I can't handle. So that's my thing right now. I just want to make sure that I have enough money put back that if something happens, I can handle it. And the only way to do that is to not have a lot of bills. And so I want to have the very minimum bills that I can possibly have so that I never have to worry. And so that's my goal. And I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about finances really, but I can't go out and finance a new truck and an RV. That's just not going to happen in my life right now. I'm not at a point that I even want to do that right now, especially because I don't know. I mean, I may start doing this and hate it. And if I do, I make a change and do something else. Who knows what's going to happen? I mean, I really doubt I'll hate it. I love traveling. I love going places and doing things. I grew up in my dad's semi-truck with him. He would take me to work with him every day. And so I love traveling. I love being in a vehicle. I love getting in the vehicle and just driving. And I do that not as much this last month because of everything that's going on. But I do just get in the car and drive for hours sometimes just to do it with no destination. The kids think I'm crazy sometimes. I'll say, let's go on a road trip. And they're thinking we're going to go somewhere fun, and we spend all day driving around in the car and then come home. Because that's kind of how I am and what I do. And so Yeah, they kind of get it though. We turn the music up, we drive. I call it our road trips to nowhere. We do a lot of road trips to nowhere, especially right now with this COVID-19 going on, because you can't really, at least usually on our road trips we'll stop and do something, like maybe not something terribly fun, but we'll stop and have lunch, or we'll stop and look at something. But right now you can't do any of that, so I just call them our road trips to nowhere, and we get in the car and drive for hours to nowhere. So I have no doubt I'm gonna love this, but I need a cushion too in case I don't love this and I have to come back to a normal life, whatever that is. I don't even know what normal is, I guess. But if I need to rent a house somewhere or do something, I want to have a cushion for that too. So yeah, that's kind of my plan. I've been looking at pop-up trailers, and I don't know if it's something that I'm going to do or not. So I guess, what is your advice on pop-up campers? And I guess when you give me that advice, remember that the alternative is tent camping and living in my car for most of the time, and some hotels and Airbnbs. So keep that in mind, because I asked my friends and family, and they're like, oh, you're not going to want to put this down and take it up. It's a pain. And they're not safe. People can break into them. I guess I didn't explain the alternative to that situation. So yeah, just keep in mind that's the alternative of what I'm going to do here. And who knows, I may not do it, but I've been looking at them and I'm really considering it. So yeah, that is what I'm doing today. That's kind of my thoughts today. Thank y'all for coming and hanging out with me. I've enjoyed talking to y'all. I love bouncing my ideas off of y'all, because it helps me process. Thank y'all for hanging out today. I hope you have a blessed day, and I love each and every one of you very much. Bye.